Hey everyone, Steven for GetConnected, and this is a video actually brought to you by you, our viewers. Thank you so much for being a part of the community, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you can so we can produce more videos. Speaking of which, this video was inspired by some comments that came on one of our other videos that were featuring a Sonos Roam Bluetooth speaker as well as an Anker Soundcore speaker, which you'll see in the description and also up here somewhere. This is the speaker that you wanted us to compare against the Sonos Roam, which is a $230 Canadian speaker. This one here is called the Motion Plus by Soundcore, which is a division of Anker. This one, only $130, not bad. Let's open the box and have a look. So Anker stuff looks pretty much the same. You can see that the blue and white motif is kind of their signature in terms of color palette. You'll see a great picture of the product and lots of things for you to look at in terms of features and how you want to select your speakers. You'll see that it's Bluetooth. It has something called aptX, which is Qualcomm's kind of high quality audio. And you'll also see that it has 12 hours of battery life, which is really great. And it is a 30-watt speaker, as we mentioned there. So very powerful, very heavy-duty style speaker that can go all day long at the beach. Popping it out of the box here. You've got the speaker in a kind of a plastic cradle. Before we take a look at this, let's see what's inside the box. We've got a manual, a warning guide, a feedback form, a 3.5mm auxiliary extension cable, and a USB-C cable. That's right, this speaker charges via USB-C. No more micro USB here. Let's open this guy up. Now, first impressions, this thing is actually quite heavy. Really heavy, in fact. If you compare it to any of Anker's previous speakers, like their original Soundcore, this one is about twice the size, which is in itself quite impressive. But it packs a lot of features here, and it's completely waterproof at IPX7, which is great. Flipping it to the side here, you'll see that the power on off switches here, along with a door that seals up the 3.5mm jack as well as the USB. So it's nicely protected against the elements and sand, of course, if you're taking it to the beach. One thing that I will note here is that this particular plug seems like it has some sealing on the outside as well too. I've never seen this before, but this is actually a fairly beefy door. Up at the top here, you've got your controls here. You've got your volume up, down. This is for Bluetooth pairing. I think this is another button here for the sound modes, which we'll get into. And we've got another bass boost button here, which hopefully we get to play with in just a little while. Flipping it over one more time. You've got this port here, and I have a feeling this is why we've got a bass boost button on this thing. Other than that, the bottom of the speaker has some rubberized feet, so it keeps it from slipping on any other surfaces. And you've got the front of it, which is quite impressive. I don't know how they've made this completely waterproof at IPX7. It's actually quite impressive how this has so many speakers on it, 5 units in fact, and they've managed to make it completely waterproof. So we've already met the Soundcore Motion Plus. This is a beefy looking speaker, waterproof, very nice, and we're going to compare it against its smaller brother, the Anker Soundcore, which is a fantastic value at $50. We're going to evaluate it on their sound quality, mids, bass, treble, but we're also going to bring in something that's a little bit more objective, which is this sound level meter, and we're going to evaluate which one puts out the most volume as well. To our surprise, all three of these speakers actually have the same volume level, according to our sound level meter, which to us was also very surprising. You might expect that a $50 speaker wouldn't be the same volume as a $129 speaker or a $230 speaker, but they all have the same ultimate volume level within a decibel or two. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just gives these speakers different ways to differentiate from each other. So starting with the Soundcore right here, the Motion Plus is a great speaker, $129. It is waterproof, it has a big bassy sound, and we also found a lot of great detail in the mids and also in the highs, thanks to the 5 speakers on board here. We also found that the ability for it to pair as a stereo pair would also be advantageous if you wanted to just fill a bigger room or a bigger campground, which is really great. So we really like this speaker at $129. But what do you get when you spend $50? At $50 here, you get a whole lot of value. This is a speaker that is about the same volume, maximum volume, as the Soundcore Motion Plus. And that's a great achievement in itself. What you don't get though, however, is app support. You don't get the, those low bass notes that roll off really nicely, and you don't get, the detail that you get with the Soundcore Motion Plus. That's not necessarily a bad thing because this is $50. You can throw it in your backpack, you can take it to the beach, you can lose it, and you can buy another one for the same price as one of these. Now moving up to the Sonos. And this is what you wanted us to compare the most. At $230, the Sonos is one of the most interesting products in their lineup. It's portable, it works with the entire Sonos ecosystem, and it sounds really good. From our experience, we thought that the bass was really nice and rich and had a good roll-off before it started to distort at maximum volumes. We also found that the mids and the highs were actually very well delineated and detailed. Something that was, in a lot of different speakers out there, you don't find. So that speaks loads to what Sonos has created over the number of years that they've been the leader of wireless audio in the market. Now, one downside over on this end is the fact that when you are pairing it with other party goers, and let's just say that you're at a campground and you're trying to, pass on those DJing duties. Well, what happened with us when we were trying to pair this with a couple of different smartphones was we actually ended up factory resetting it completely by accident. That might have been more user error, but it did happen to us where it did not happen with the Soundcore Motion Plus or the original Anker Soundcore. So that's something to keep in mind when you're picking up one of these guys here. But overall, Bluetooth speakers have a lot of different options out there, and the Soundcore at $50, the Motion Plus at $129, and the $230 Sonos give a little bit of something for everyone. But if I was to pick a speaker today with my own money, and just so you know, full disclosure, I bought the speaker with my own cash, I'd have to pick the Soundcore Motion Plus. It is my pick for value, features, and of course, ultimately, price. But what do you think? We've done our work, we've shown you what they all sound like, and we want to hear from you as well too. So leave a comment below and let us know what you feel about the Sonos, what you feel about the Motion Plus, and what you feel about the original Anker. And if there are some other speakers out on the market that you think that we should kind of have a look at or do a quick comparison on, let us know and we will try our best to accommodate that. My name is Steven. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are so grateful for your subscriptions. Take care, everyone. Adios.